Hello, welcome to Stories at 7 from the New Deal Creative Arts Center. My name is Mr. G. Well, that's what my students used to call me when I was teaching. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing one of the ties that a student made for me many years ago. His name is Brian, and right there's a picture of me, as you can see, and right at the bottom of the tie, yep, there's my name, Mr. G. Well, speaking of teaching, one of my favorite times of the school day was story time. I used to love to read and tell stories to my students. And tonight, I'd like to share a story from a book that I wrote when I was studying to become a teacher. The name of the book is The Spell of Ella Meno. I hope you can see the cover. The book cover is pretty old and it's faded over the years. And since I'm not a very good artist, the cover illustration is the only picture I have. So instead of reading to you from the book, I'm going to tell you the story of Ella Meno, and if you're ready to be a good listener, I'll begin. Once upon a time, in the land of A to Z, there lived a man of magic. His name was the Wizard of Alphabet. Now, although most wizards are thought to be evil, the Wizard of Alphabet was a good and kindly old gentleman who loved children very much. Not many people know this, but it is said that the wizard is the one who many years ago created the letters of the alphabet. You see, for a long time, people would say the letters and use their sounds to talk, but no one ever knew what they looked like. So, one day, while doing some wizardry, the Wizard of Alphabet, he mixed a dash of slanted line and a pinch of curved line, and in a great puff of smoke, there appeared the letter A. And he kept on mixing straight lines with slanted lines and curved lines with round lines, and out popped B and then C and D, E, F, followed all the way down to X, Y, and Z. Oh, how proud of all these letters was the Wizard of Alphabet. He lined them all up in alphabet order. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now, the only thing that would please the wizard more than the sight of his letters would be to have the children of A to Z read and recite them. And that is exactly what the wizard set out to do. Each day he would go out among the children to show them the letters and then ask them to read and recite the alphabet. He made sure that they would say the letters in the correct order and use their correct names. Now, if the children did so, there was always a magical treat in store for them. Their favorite was the letter-shaped lollipops that the wizard would conjure up for them. Now, it so happened that there lived in the same land an evil witch whose name was Ella Meno. She didn't like children very much, but even more, she didn't like the wizard. And Ella Meno was very jealous of the wizard because he made all those letters and because the children loved him so much. So, annoyed by the children reading and reciting the alphabet, Ella Meno decided that she would cast a spell over the children and get back at the wizard as well. So one night, as the children were sleeping, Ella Meno went to a high spot above the town and cast a spell far and wide over all the children. And as she waved her hands up and down and all around, she chanted this spell. You will name the letters A to Z, but the middle four you'll name for me. Instead of saying L-M-N-O, my spell will make you say Ella Meno. Well, the next day, the Wizard of Alphabet went out about the town as usual among the children to listen to them read and recite the alphabet. And the children gathered around and read the alphabet very happily, and they started to say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. Stop! Shouted the wizard, half believing his ears. Those are not the letters or the names for the letters L, M, N, and O. Please start again. So the children started to recite again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. No, 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 cried the wizard. The correct names are L-M-N-O. Oh, suddenly, the wizard got a hold of himself, and not only was he shouting at the children whom he loved, but he sadly realized that this was the spell of Ella Meno. Well, every day the wizard worked furiously to find how to break this spell, and it was very difficult to do so because, you see, it's much easier to say Elemento instead of L-M-N-O. Well, the Wizard of Alphabet was saddened about to give up all hope when he thought about his father, who taught him everything he knew about wizardry and spells. the, when he was young and first learning all about magic, the wizard made quite a mess of things. Though he was heartbroken about Elemento's spell, he couldn't help but chuckle a little bit as he remembered the first time his father let him work some magic on his own. He was attempting to conjure up a gold medallion as a gift for his mother, but instead there appeared an old black stallion. Well, suddenly he remembered the most valuable lesson his father taught him about learning how to do magic and to do things in general. His father told him, always go slowly and always practice. That's how he would eventually get the gold medallion for his mom, and that's how he would break the spell of Elemento. Well, with his robes flying behind him, he ran into town as fast as he could to the children, and he told them to come all around him. And catching his breath and announcing in a jubilant voice, "Children, I've found the way to break the spell of Elemento. Now, look right into my eyes and listen carefully." And when he had everyone's attention, he said in like a spell-like voice, "To break the spell of Elemento, slowly you must say L-M-N-O. Practice daily, that's the key to name all the letters A to Z." So, with the wizard's help and remembering those two very important words, slowly and practice, the children worked very hard to break the spell of Elemento, and soon, once again, the land of A to Z, in that land, you could hear the voices of the children as they read and recited A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Well, I hope you enjoyed my little story tonight, and I thank you for listening in and invite you back again tomorrow night to hear another great story from another reader for Stories at 7 from New Deal Creative Arts. Have a good night, sleep tight.